2 quarters to figure out why those freaking cannons would go off. I truly understood a touchdown or field goal, but they kept on going off intermittently throughout the game. I figured out when they got into the red zone, which is the 20-yard or end, they would blow this big cannon. But I also figured out that if I looked at the cannon, the puff of smoke would come out 2 seconds before the boom. So it took me like 30 minutes to figure out that because I was hurting myself. I mean, these cannons, boom, boom, it's like my God. Anyway, anybody else have a good startle reflex story that they want to share? Anybody else wants to talk about any other issue on aging? It would tell me when you're queued up and ready.
I have I live in a apartment complex at government near the clock tower in Herndon, and they have smoke alarms in every apartment. Oh my God. They also don't know. They noisy. I mean, real loud. And if somebody is cooking on the stove, it may go off. Oh my God.
I can't imagine.
It's so loud.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Does anybody have any sensory issues with touch or any other issues? I'll tell you mine, and I don't want you to laugh at me because it's not funny, Christine. Not funny. I cannot pick up a naked banana. A naked banana is a banana that's already peeled. I cannot pick up a naked banana. So I've got to get a fork to pick up a naked banana. It's something about the touch and the feel, or I might crush it or whatever, but I cannot do a naked banana. You usually crush it in the skin or when it's naked? When it's naked. Okay, does anybody have any other bizarre sensory issues? You do, Jerry. You just don't want to talk about them.
I really hate eating like banana yogurt and all kinds of stuff together. I cannot stand like this in my mouth.
Okay. Okay. Stacy, I believe Stacy. Are you done?
Yes.
One time I was working on the computer, and someone came up to me from behind. And I was just looking forward, typing on the computer, and someone tapped me. And I looked around, and it was my mom. She had all this black attire on. It was for Halloween, and she was dressed in black. She had black eye makeup on, and half of her face was one color and half was the other, and she had somewhat of a black cape on. And she had, makeup on, and, half of her face was kind of, two different colors. And she scared me half to death. And she sort of looked like a witch. But that was my scary story of being startled.
I don't even need anybody with makeup on to startle me. It just happened. The peanut gallery is always in the back. Always in the back.
I think all you do is look in the mirror.
All I have to do is look in the mirror. Oh my! You know what's starting to scare me about aging? As in the last 3 years, I've started laughing like Bill Lee. My laughing tone has started, and it just scares the poop out of me. Yeah, Lynn too. Okay, anything else? Because if we don't, we're going to segue into Laura's. Okay. Yeah, of course, Christine had something to say.
And I don't know if it had anything to do with TV and maybe Dr. Noah can help me. I don't know how to explain it. I've been feeling kind of dizzy. And lightheaded. Okay. And I feel like I'm okay when I wake up in the morning. But like when I go to work and I do something and I will almost have to sit down. And like I said, I don't know if that had anything to do with CP or if it's allergies or...
Definitely don't dye your hair blonde.
You're bad, Robert. You're just bad. If that's an allergy, I hope the rest of us don't get it. There is a condition called vertigo, and then there are vestibular disorders, and there's a whole family of them. All I know is they're out there. There are vestibular experts, but there are ways to treat some of those. And if this is a new onset for you, that would certainly be something to look into. if it's a simpler kind, the PT can treat it. If you can find a PT who's a vestibular expert, and there aren't a whole lot of them out there, but there are some. But there are some others I believe they can treat with some medications, and you just have to look in and see what kind you have. But if you're having that much trouble, then that's a red flag to me that I would certainly want to get somebody to look at.
Edward, are you near? Are you ready? I need good. We have the mic on, Edward.
Basically, before April I was going hungry and months from being bedridden. So after much crying and generally being pissed at our father, I had a feeding tube put in. Now 95% of my nutrition is from the tube. At break I will go into a corner if anybody wants to see my feeding tube.
Okay, and it was interesting because I don't know much about medical stuff, but I did ask Edward a couple weeks ago. I said, Edward, does having feeding tube, does that stop you from eating? And Edward said, no, I enjoy anything else that other people enjoy in eating. So there's so much stuff that we don't know, and don't be afraid to ask each other.
What? Less than, greater than, less than.